Once that has been encoded, you'll notice that Flash is displaying what looks like a video inside the actual environment. What you would need to do now is go to Control and Test Movie, or Control and Enter, and you'll notice your video plays. Here you go. So hey, congratulations, this is the first attempt. You've just encoded your own video, and you'll see because my controls that I selected, I've got my scrubber so I can scrub through the videos like so, which is quite cool. I've also got the controls which kind of fully work as well. It's really nice. Now the next thing is, if you close that for a second, if you press Control and L or open up your library, go to Window Library, you'll see your video has appeared inside your library like so. So this is basically your FLV playback video inside Flash. Now notice that I've done a few things to my video. My original source file was 1280 by 720, and I'm just going to go back into my settings. I'm just going to go to import video, and I'm just going to browse for my video like so, and select the video that I had opened, select next. I'm just going to whiz through these options, and you'll see it goes custom. The preset goes custom. That's simply because I've done a few settings here and it's switched the encoding profile to a custom. I'm using onto VP6. I'm using frame rate same as source because it's primarily compositing work that I'm dealing with. And what I've then done is the audio I've not touched. I added cue points, but I'm not going to do that. It's going to take too long to show you guys. What I then did was, inside the resize tab, I resized the video. So I selected the resize tab like so, and I just selected maintain aspect ratio, which maintains the width and the height of the document. And original it was 1280 by 720, and I just changed that by 500, and it automatically put in 281, and it gave me the final result. So the final result is quite cool. Now moving on, once you've saved your file, you'll see that there's a few things going on. So I'm just going to go outside Flash, and this is where I've saved my files to. And here is my original source file, which is a FLA file, which is a Flash file itself, which is this one here in the background, Flash CS3 video training, which is here. And what we've then got is, you'll see my encoded video, which is a FLV file, which Flash has encoded into the Flash video format like so, and that's 1.18 meg, which is quite cool. My original composition was nearly a 1 gig. And what I've then got is a Swift file here like so, and I've finally got another Swift file. Now what happens, this Swift file is for the controls of our video. So these controls over here, these are generated for our skin, and this is our Swift file. We will need these three selected documents to upload onto a server for our complete video. So in other words, if I press Control and Enter to test my movie, this is a complete set of those three files working collaboratively. So in other words, all those three files are working together. Flash relies on these three files being present in your server. So in other words, if we do not have the Swift which controls our skin, we will not see the controls. Another thing that I want to point out is that when we encode the Flash video file, that is then embedded inside the Swift file. So it's viewed through our Swift file, and again it's the same with the skin Swift file as well. That's embedded in this Swift file as well. So just to repeat, you need all three of these files onto your server for this to look like it does inside the environment like you see here, and you can just go ahead and upload that onto a server.